On this video, I'm going to talk about how you can use Google Trends for keyword research to get more views, subscribers, and income on YouTube, your blog, or any other form of content you choose to create. Google Trends can be used to see what is popular in search right now. What are people looking for on the search engines? In addition, you can see the search trends over time. Is a specific topic or keyword phrase getting more popular or less popular over the past decade? In addition, you can use it to compare specific keyword phrases that you might be considering creating content on. Which phrase is more popular? And you'll see additional related keyword phrases. So we're going to get started here right on the home page of Google Trends. You can see we're at trends.google.com. And because we're in hurricane season and Hurricane Irma is coming at Florida right now as I'm shooting this video, or on September the 8th, you can see hurricane season 2017 is getting very popular right now. People are also searching for the Trump administration, the Emmy Awards 2017, and we can start scrolling down on the home page and see other popular stories right now that people are searching for. The Kansas City Chiefs, the New England Patriots. We have Equifax because their system got broken into. We've got South Park, more stories about Equifax, and you can keep on scrolling down and you can see different stories that are popular right now. What are people searching for? What are people interested in right this minute? Now, this is a little too general for most of us, so this probably isn't going to be all that useful right here on the home page. But we can also go up here to all categories, and we can change to a specific category. So let's say that you're in the business or investing sector. When the business or investing sector, obviously the story about Equifax would make sense. We see Uber, Lyft, the FBI, the Wall Street Journal are all popular topics. We have Walt Disney Company on the New York Stock Exchange. See, if we can click on any of these topics and we can find out more about what's trending on these topics. So regarding the Walt Disney Company and the New York Stock Exchange, what are people searching for? And we can see it's getting popular over time, over the last couple of days. Let's go down here. People are searching for Disney World, Walt Disney World, Dow Jones, so Disney on the stock market, Disney World, Irma, so that hurricane that's coming in. We can continue clicking over here and we can see additional interest. This is what people are searching for right now. And you can also see just how popular each of these subjects is. So the most popular search right now is at 100, Disney World. So Walt Disney World, that's about 37 out of the 100, so a third. So there's a lot less people searching for this, but it's still very popular. As you go up here, Trends uses this type of chart for pretty much whatever we're searching. You can see right here is the high point. So 12 p.m. on September the 7th was a high point during this time period for people searching for Disney World. Down here you can see, so it's a less interest here. It only has a search interest of 24. So this is a comparison of the search interest. So this is the high point when everybody started searching for it. And we can now go back and see we can do that with any of these terms. So we're in business. Notice I can go back up here and I could change to other topics. Let's say we want to go over to health. And we could see people talking about the September 11th attacks, World Suicide Prevention Day. So these are popular topics in health. So you can go through and you can find, do you fit into one of these categories? Do you cover content about one of these categories? And in addition, notice that this isn't just the United States. You can go to different countries here and you can look at the news reports and the top stories from different countries. We can also go up here at the top left and we can choose top charts. And we're going to be able to narrow down to a little bit more in our categories. We can see the top athletes, actors. We can go down top authors right now, what people are talking about. So if you cover books, here's the top authors right now that people are talking about. Top car companies. Chevrolet is the top car company at this moment that people are talking about. And so you can see what's most searched about this. Let's click off of here. What about the most popular cars right now? People are searching for Lamborghini, the Mitsubishi Eclipse. These are some of the cars that searching. You notice we can also click on more and we can go down a little further and see other things that people are searching for. So if you were covering cars, you had a YouTube channel about cars or a blog about cars, you could go through and see what people are searching for right now to create the content that people are searching for. We have dog breeds, what people are searching for on dog breeds. You can see all the different elements that we can search for. If you had a YouTube channel about games, you can see the most popular games right now that people are searching for. So you can see what people are searching for in all these different categories. We're going to move back up. Let's go up here to the search box now, and let's look at a specific subject and see how it's been trending over the years. let's do paleo. I have several clients in the paleo market. And we can see over the past year it trends up and down. Notice this nice big bump it had January the 1st through January the 7th when it became most popular. So the most popular time over the entire year for it was January the 1st to January 7th. That doesn't surprise me because of New Year's resolutions. And my clients consistently see a big bump in results just as you go into January. And look at this. The worst period pretty much of the entire year comes right around December the 11th to December the 17th at 54, or let's see, it's 55, almost as bad December the 18th to December the 24th, right as you're coming into Christmas. People aren't interested in paleo or pretty much any diet coming into Christmas, and they get really excited for it in January the 1st. Let's see if that's a consistent trend over time. Let's go back the past 5 years. Over the past 5 years, look, it happens pretty much every time. Matter of fact, even bigger trends some year. Look, that's December, it's down, and it's up here as we come into January. And it's down in December, and it's up in January. So if you're in the paleo market, you can look at this and you could see the trends, how search is going to work for you. You're going to get more traffic in January than you do in December. You're going to make more sales in January than you do in December, and that'll be consistent. You can see there's other little bumps throughout the year that look pretty consistent too. Look, this one comes up March the 30th through April the 5th. Seems pretty popular. Let's see if this is the same date. A little bit later, but pretty close. Same thing here, April the 10th, April the 16th. So you can see how it bumps. Other things to keep in mind, that something might bump up in the trend. You might see it jump up because there's big news stories about it. People cover it. There's different things like that. And so we can see paleo, it appears that it was like most popular over the last 5 years right here, back in January of 2014. And it has a little bit of a decline over time since then. Let's look down here to see other phrases that are similar to paleo and see how they do in the search trends. Because sometimes what you'll see is when you're searching a big general keyword like paleo, people might start searching for more specific terms. So paleo diet, paleo recipes. Here, these are some big search queries that were related to paleo that you can see here. So any of these would be potential content that you can create as well. But let's go back to paleo diet, paleo recipes. Let's see how paleo diet is trending over time. Look, it has a slow trend down. Again, the same peaks that we see in January. What about paleo recipes? We still see a little bit of a trend down for paleo recipes for any of these terms. So paleo has a little bit of a decline for the overall subjects. People are likely using other terms. They probably moved to other phrases. Let's go back to our original larger term of paleo, and let's compare it to low carb to see perhaps if the language is changing. And look what we see here. We're now comparing paleo versus low carb, and low carb has the same exact spikes down in December, up in January. This is pretty consistent across most weight loss subjects. And you can see that paleo was a lot more popular if we go back to 2012 all the way up till about 2016, and then low carb and paleo pretty much are in full alignment in 2016. As we come into 2017, low carb is a more popular phrase that people are using now. So you can start seeing what type of language people are using to search, which terms are more popular when you go here. Now again, we're dealing with really big terms that would be hard to get search engine optimization for. It'd be hard to rank on YouTube for these terms. But again, we can come down here and we can get to more specific phrases. So low carb food, low carb high protein, low carb bread, more specific phrases down here. And again, we can take any of these terms. Let's take low carb. Let's go with the low carb diet plan. Let's bring that up. Let's do a low carb diet plan. Obviously, compared to paleo, it's going to have very, very low traffic. So I'm going to remove this. So we're just looking at the low carb diet plan. And we can see that it's gotten more popular this past year especially. We can go over here to web search. And so currently we're looking at Google search in general. But we can also go down and just look at YouTube search. So we can see, is this popular on YouTube? And you can see it bounces up and down on YouTube. Let's take another low carb comparison. Let's say low carb pizza. So low carb pizza is much more popular than a low carb diet plan. on YouTube. So we can see this phrase. So if you're considering a couple of different keyword phrases that you want to target, because a lot of times for coming up with keyword phrases for YouTube, we'll use the smart search over on YouTube. We'll start typing in phrases and see what YouTube suggests to us. But that doesn't really show you or compare the volume between the terms. You can grab any terms that you're considering going after, and you could put them in here, and you can see a comparison not only of how they're comparing right now, but you can see a comparison over time of just how popular those terms are. So you can see there's a lot of ways that we can use Google Trends, and this final one is we're actually using it very specifically just for YouTube search. And you can see we can go back further than 5 years. We can go back to 2008. Right now we're looking worldwide. We can look for specific countries. We can go to specific categories for the subject. So there's a lot of things that we can use. We can add a third comparison keyword if we wanted to. Hopefully this video gave you some great ideas for content that you can create and how to find good keyword phrases for Google search, or even more specifically, YouTube search. If so, click like, subscribe to my channel for more videos showing you how to earn more, work less, and enjoy life. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments box below.